Okay, this is Michael with digitaltshirtshop.com. Just wanted to talk briefly about pricing. Um, Hopefully, I can cruise through this really quick. So, looking at your pricing, you need to price your product in a way that you're going to be able to make a profit off of your product. So, when I look at it, I think, okay, what are all the channels that I might sell through? I might sell direct through myself, I might sell through affiliates, I might sell through uh, third parties that I have to pay commissions to. I might sell through affiliates. I might sell wholesale. In this case, I've gone and I've broken down just a couple basic prices. This top tier right here is what we're going to basically focus on. A basic t-shirt sold at $9.99 or $14.99. You can tell at $9.99, if I was selling wholesale, there are not a lot of opportunities for me based on basic cost estimates that I'm going to make a lot of money unless I'm selling the cheapest of cheap teas. However, and in most cases, what we're selling is kind of in this ballpark, anyways. Um, as long as I am not selling through a real aggressive affiliate program or wholesale, this pricing might work for me, especially if I'm selling at full retail. I'm going to make money off of it after my costs, um, after my minimal fees that I have on individual products. This actually would probably work if I'm selling on Amazon. I'm probably looking at about this selling on just the regular storefront on Amazon. If I'm selling Amazon Prime, I'm not Prime, Amazon FBA, I'm looking at more like this, a 40% commission on Amazon. And in this case, this starts to look a lot less attractive, and you're risking a lot more in order to make a smaller profit on your product. And so this, Amazon FBA, you've also got to make sure that your product's turning. You're not going to just send a whole bunch of FBA product and have it sit there on Amazon's warehouse and pay storage fees. So in general, this is what I'm looking at over here, full retail on digitaltshirtshop.com. I don't necessarily intend to sell through an aggressive affiliate or wholesale program. So right in here and then right in here is what I'm looking at. So I can make a pretty decent profit no matter what price shirt I'm selling. Um, Now, what I have done this morning is I went and I've just kind of randomly picked different sellers on Etsy to determine whether my pricing was good. So I'm selling $11.99 on kids shirts, $14.99 on adult shirts. So I've got $11.99 on kids. I've got $14.99 on adult, and I've got $15.99 on 2XLs. Um, as I'm looking at this, though, and I'd gone and I'd kind of looked at it before, and I didn't really think too much about the low sellers. I didn't really think too much about the high sellers. I kind of thought, there are a lot of sellers on Etsy selling a basic t-shirt for $20, 22, 23, $25, $30. I know I've got a friend that sells shirts as well. Retail, I think they list them for just a regular t-shirt for $30 a piece. They sell tons of them. But is that where my product ought to be? Am I interested in selling that volume? I've got a goal, and my goal is to hit 20 shirts a day. What do I need to do to hit 20 shirts a day? Well, if my only sales avenue is through Etsy, more than likely the only way I'm going to hit 20 shirts a day is being competitive on price. And that may be dropping my basic t-shirt down to $11.99. Which would probably make me reduce my kids' t-shirts down to $9.99. I would probably mark my 2XLs up $2, so $11.99 to $13.99. So what I'd be suggesting is $9.99 on the kids, $11.99 on the adults, and $13.99 on the 2XLs. In part on the 2XLs, in general, these are going to cost about $2 more per shirt. And then maybe the 3XLs might be the same price, and 4XL, 5XL, 6XL, all those shirts tend to go up an additional amount. But I tend to not get into making and producing those size shirts. They get difficult to do on a digital printer. This is way too big for the machine. So I've been trying to kind of cap things at a 2XL. And in general, that's where most of your sales are going to cap anyways. You know, there are people that will buy larger shirts, but they are fewer than who will buy the rest of the sizes. But that's kind of where we're at. Looking at these companies that have sold their shirts at $11.99, their sales have far exceeded the other sellers. Now that's not a guarantee. If I go and I start listing my shirts at $11.99, all of a sudden all my sales are going to just start rolling in, compounding sales on my Etsy site. That's not necessarily the case. You know, we still need to get our name out there. We still need to market. We still need to try to put designs out that interest people. You know, and see what our customers' interests are as far as what we're making, producing. You know, at some point we need to start doing some advertising so that we're drawing in additional people to buy our product. I do think our freight charges are competitive. You know, $2.99 for one item, and an additional 99 cents for the second item is, I think, reasonable for first class freight. You know, so that's kind of what we're doing. So as I've kind of looked at this, and I would like to try to be competitive with this and aggressive with this, I am thinking very seriously about dropping my prices to this ballpark. You know, and turn hoping, you know, Etsy doesn't have a lot of fees. I'm not paying 20% per t-shirt for Etsy. If you remember looking over here at this table again, I'm basically paying a listing fee. And then I think they take, you know, a small percentage of the sale. It's only a couple percent each time we actually sell a shirt. And then you have to relist the shirt. So we're basically making a larger amount off of the shirt. Now, I didn't figure this out for $11.99, but obviously you're probably just adding a couple of dollars to these numbers over here. And so I think that, you know, hopefully if we go ahead and we make this change, if we're going to make this change, now is better than later. We've got about 40 products on Etsy. We don't have 400 or 1,000, which would take considerable time to go through because you have to edit every item individually. So we might just go ahead and make that change and then kind of see where it goes, see if it has an influence on our sales. So thank you.